In 2020, the Lakers won the NBA Finals, and in 2021, they were the best defensive team in the NBA, but unfortunately, they had a banged-up Anthony Davis and lost to the Phoenix Suns, who won the Western Conference in round number 1 in 5 games, and ownership, front office decided to panic, and they made one of the worst trades of the 21st century when they went out to try to create a big three and trade for Russell Westbrook. They essentially gave up Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, as well as their first-round pick in the 2021 NBA draft, which ended up being Isaiah Jackson for Russell Westbrook, who would go on to play 78 games for the Lakers in the 2022 season, in which they missed the playoffs. They didn't own their first-round pick for the 2022 draft, and then Russell Westbrook ended up getting traded to Utah at the 2023 trade deadline, and it didn't work from the start. So for today's video, we are going to be rebuilding the LA Lakers before the Russell Westbrook trade. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? You know what? You look back at this Lakers team, they had the perfect role players around LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Like, you had the top two guys at the top with LeBron and AD, who AD was like banged up at this time, and we were all wondering, could he stay healthy again for his career? And then you had LeBron James. They picked up Andre Drummond midway through the year in the buyout market. You had Kyle Kuzma, who's developed into a nice stretch four in this league. You have Montrezl Harrell, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and Alex Caruso, some young pieces that you had to lose in free agency to go out and get Russell Westbrook into your cap space. KCP, who's shown to be a great 3-and-D role player and was vital to helping them win a championship in 2020. You had Dennis Schroeder, who ended up leaving the Lakers in the 21 offseason. Obviously, it turned out a big deal. Now, some of these guys weren't on the contracts, but this is the best the roster will get. We're going to be rebuilding the 2021 Lakers. And like I said, they had great role players around AD and LeBron. And what's nice is we're going to get our first-round pick in the 2021 draft. I'm not trading it away. So I think for this year, we're going to have LeBron be at the 4, Kuzma at the 3, Schroeder at the 1, KCP at the 2. Montrezl Harrell, really good scorer off the bench. Andre Drummond can get like 17 minutes a night. We'll see if we can keep developing Taylor Horton-Tucker and Alex Caruso. Wesley Matthews can get about 10 minutes. We'll go 30 to the backcourt. We'll go about 28 to Kyle Kuzma, 29, and then we'll do 36 to LeBron and AD. The coach was Frank Vogel at the time. And like I said, he led the Lakers to the best defense in the NBA in the 2021 season. We'll see if 2K likes them as much. They ended up going 42 and 30 in that shortened 72-game 21 season right after COVID. And here at the trade deadline, we are 32 and 20. Now, this is where the Lakers relatively were in this season. Now, they had injuries, but like I said, like, we have good role players around this team. We're 6th offensively. We are currently the best defensive team like they were at the time. So, hey, 2K's got that right in this historic rebuild. We have a 6.1 point differential, so we're 3rd in the West. I think we could look to make a move if we wanted to. We are dealing with a KCP injury right now, but he will be back in 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, I just think we have good defenders. We have good offensive players around LeBron and AD. I don't really want to mess anything up. Only thing is I may have to lose some of these guys in free agency. I mean, Caruso, I definitely want to re-sign. Let's work on that THT contract extension right now. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to lose Montrezl Harrell at the end of the year, I think, and same with Andre Drummond, unfortunately. I mean, Drummond was a free agent at this time. They were able to include Harrell in that trade. I believe he had a player option or something that offseason, but we'll see how this year ends up. And AD hopefully is going to be healthy for the playoffs, and we're able to beat the Suns in round number 1. And Luka Doncic ends up winning MVP in what would be pretty much his 3rd year in the NBA. Jordan Clarkson takes home 6th man of the year in Utah. Giannis is defensive player of the year, and B-Ball Paul is most improved, which wouldn't really make a lot of sense since he was a rookie in the 21 season. And Zach LaVine won clutch player of the year. So we don't get any Lakers on the first 2 teams here, or the first 2 All-NBA teams, but we do get LeBron on All-NBA 3rd team. No AD. All defensive first team, you got Ben Simmons, Luka, okay, Triple J, Giannis, and Gobert. And we do get Anthony Davis on all defensive 2nd team. So the Pelicans are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. We ended up being the 2 seed. We're going to be taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in round number 1, who have Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonas Valanciunas. They have Al Horford now, Tyus Jones, DeAnthony Melton, Patrick Beverley. Definitely a good team. They ended up playing each other in round 1 in 2023. We know that the Lakers beat them. LeBron was our leading scorer this year in his age 37 season. Then you got Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma is a nice number 3 option. He ended up shooting, I mean, his efficiency wasn't great, sadly. Taylor Horton-Tucker was good. Then you had Andre Drummond, Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder. I think even Markieff Morris stepped up in some big moments as well. But now it's time to figure out the playoff rotation, which THT kind of stepped up. I mean, he wasn't a great 3-point shooter. I still think I'm going to start Dennis Schroeder over him, but Dennis Schroeder's probably not going to play a ton since he wasn't a good 3-point shooter either. So I think I'm going to go 24 minutes a night to Drummond, 24 to Harrell. They could just play off each other. Caruso could get 17 minutes off the bench. We'll probably do 20 to Taylor Horton-Tucker Tucker. And then you know what? Maybe we do have Kyle Kuzma be the 6th man. Wesley Matthews, I don't think is going to crack the rotation. So we're going to go a 9-man rotation for the playoffs here. Let's make sure LeBron and AD both get 37 minutes a night. We can go 30 to Kyle Kuzma, 24 to Schroeder, 37 to KCP. Take it on Memphis in round number 1, and we do end up winning game number 1. We blow them out. LeBron with 38 and 14. The Suns, who ended up winning the Western Conference this year, weren't even a top 8 seed. You hate to see it. Game number 2, AD gets hurt like he did in real life in the 2021 playoffs. He is out. Brutal, man. So Kuzma's going to be in the starting lineup. LeBron's going to the 4. We're going to have to play Markieff Morris now. Game number 2, going to go to the Lakers. I mean, we could still potentially beat them. We'll see. Game number 3 goes to the Grizzlies. They end up winning this one in overtime, 128-126. LeBron doing all he could, man. 20 rebounds in this game for Andre Drummond. Game number 4 goes to the Lakers. Okay, are we going to blow a 3-1 lead, or are we going to advance without Anthony Davis? Taylor and Tucker has back spasms. You got to play through it, and we just beat them in 5. Okay, Taylor and Tucker had 27 points with back spasms, and we just beat the Grizzlies in 5 games. We're going to be taking on the LA Clippers here in round number 2, who have Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Nick Batum, Serge Ibaka, Luke Kennard, Terrence Mann, Marcus Morris. So you have Marcus versus Markieff, and then you have Austin Rivers there as well. You have the Miami Heat and the Brooklyn Nets with KD and Kyrie. You have Atlanta and Boston. So Milwaukee, also a team that was in the finals, did not make the playoffs. And then you have the Pelicans and the Golden State Warriors. Game 1, Battle of LA in round number 2, something we never got to see in the playoffs with Paul George and Kawhi versus LeBron and AD. We end up blowing them out in game number 1. Kawhi, he's not hurt. I thought maybe he could have been hurt in this game. No. Game number 2 goes to the Lakers. Okay, we are dominating with LeBron as the number 1 without Anthony Davis. What is going on? Game 3 goes to the Lakers. We just won by 4. LeBron with 42 and 9. 16 rebounds for Drummond. We're 1 game away. Oh my God, we just swept them. We're 8-1 in the playoffs. Marcus Morris had 29, but LeBron had 32. KCP 24. Caruso had 20. Double-double for Montrezl Harrell. And are we taking on the Pelicans or the Warriors? It's going to be the Pelicans, who, gentlemen, swept the Warriors. And this Pelicans team obviously has Zion, Brandon Ingram, even though Zion was hurt around this time. Josh Hart, Lonzo's last year there. We win game number 1. LeBron with 23 and 13, 17 rebounds for Drummond, 8 assists for Caruso. Are we getting AD back soon? 1 to 2 weeks. He would come back in the finals. The fact that we're up 1-0 in the conference finals with a banged up Kuzma and THT, no AD is kind of crazy against his former team. We do end up losing game number 2. LeBron had a 20-point triple-double on this one. Can we go up 2-1? Oh my God, we do. LeBron at 52. He's 37. This is actually insane. Game number 4 goes to the Lakers. LeBron just had 40. LeBron just had 92 points in games 3 and 4. That is insane. The Celtics are up 3-1 against the Nets, and we are in the NBA Finals without Anthony Davis. We're going to be getting, hopefully, AD back in the finals. What is going on? LeBron, Western Conference Finals MVP, 34 points, 8.5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, going up against a good Nets team. Harden, Kyrie, Harrison Barnes, KD, LaMarcus Aldridge, Spencer Dinwiddie, Bruce Brown off the bench, Blake Griffin as well, a young Nick Claxton. This is kind of crazy. A lot of people thought this was going to be the finals matchup when the Lakers got Russell Westbrook. It's like, should we just simulate the season right now? As the Nets beat the Celtics. Wow, Jaylen Brown had 48 in Game 7. They still had Kemba Walker then. Kyrie had 24, KD had 24. We need Anthony Davis back. He is going to be day to day. We're probably not getting him back for game number 1, but we won anyway. LeBron, oh my God, all hail the king. 44 points, 8 rebounds, 15 assists. Are you insane? Game 2, oh my God, we just won both at home without AD. Our defense is putting Harden in a blender. Kyrie, KD, look how bad they shot in this game. And LaMarcus Aldridge, that is the number 1 defense. Look how good our playoff defense has been in a great sample size. Game number 3, Kuzma's fully healthy. AD is back. Let's go. And we won game 3. Oh my God. Okay, this team is just going to win it all in year number 1 with me doing basically nothing. I mean, hey, we could definitely blow a 3-0 lead. We just got outscored by 6 in the first. I would like to win this in 4 games. I do not want to go to a game 5 because you never know where that could spiral. We're going to get kind of blown out here in game number 4. We ended up losing 124-111. Harden went off in this one. LeBron with 33, AD with 28. All right, here we go. Game number 4. Gentlemen's sweep is fine with me. We have a good first quarter. We have a good second quarter. Third quarter, not as good, but we're currently up by 12 right now, and it looks like the LA Lakers are just going to win the 2021 finals with their banged up AD. That is actually insane stuff as long as I don't blow a 15-point lead in the final 2 minutes. Oh, how did I not steal that with LeBron? AD with the help defense. Kyrie, oh, that is smooth, but he misses it. Aldridge with the rebound, and he's going to miss that over Caruso. So obviously this team doesn't need Russell Westbrook. We just won it without him and without LeBron, or excuse me, without AD. LeBron in the post on Kyrie, right hand, good. 25, 10, and 9. I gotta get him a triple-double. I don't know if the game's going to allow me to re-sign Montrezl Harrell or Andre Drummond, so we're going to have to figure out if AD's going to be the 5 next year or the 4, and if we're able to pick those guys up. Caruso, that's a foul. Okay. Harden, 3-ball. That is no good. AD with his 11th rebound. All right, the goal is to get LeBron the triple-double in these final 90 seconds. Dennis Schroeder, can he get it to him? Please. Oh, okay, I don't know if that's going to count as an assist. Okay, this should be it right here. Bang. LeBron's got a triple-double in Game 5 of the NBA Finals as a 37-year-old, 25, 10, and 10. It is crazy that Dennis Schroeder, who just pickpocketed James Harden, turned down $74 million from the Lakers. I mean, I know, obviously, he hears about that all the time. He did earn some nice contracts after that. But maybe he'll have like a KCP career trajectory. He's making like $13 million this year for the Nets and maybe could earn him some money next year. But KCP turned down a lot of money down from the Pistons and then ended up getting some nice contracts later in his career because he turned more into a 3-and-D player rather than a score-first guy that he was coming out of Georgia. And it's crazy because like just a couple years later, KCP and Kyle Kuzma ended up being better players for than Russell Westbrook. LeBron driving. I could have kicked that to KCP, but he's going to find Drummond. LeBron, just a maestro out there. Drummond with 16 and 10. I would have liked to bring him back because like Drummond, motivated, I still thought could be a good player. He was always kind of overrated in Detroit because he tried being a playmaker. He was a great rebounder, but that can only mean so much. Oh, KCP's wide open. Oh, I wish I had a 3-ball in there. Can we get around our guy? Harrison Barnes, where are you going? KCP's going to get to the line. Knocks down the first. Just, man, KCP, like the player he became in Denver would have been so perfect around AD and LeBron. But they just had to form the big 3. They just had to get Russell Westbrook, and they panicked after that round 1 series loss. I think we were at a time, too, where the Warriors were such a dynasty and the Cavs were a really good team, obviously going to multiple finals in a row with LeBron in Cleveland, that when the Lakers didn't go back to the finals after losing in 2021, they're like, the sky is falling. We need to do everything we can. Like, we can't have one bad year because clearly they thought the sky was falling. AD in the post is not going to get that, but Drummond on the cleanup crew blows that. He gets the rebound back, though. Drummond, come on, you're killing me. Drummond, 3rd time's a charm. Let's go, man. As we are going to beat the Nets by at least 23 points here in the NBA Finals in game number 5. I can't believe we did this all without pretty much Anthony Davis throughout the heart of this playoff run, beating the Pelicans and the Clippers without Anthony Davis. And we didn't even have AD for the first couple of games of this series as well. We win on the home floor also. And the Lakers win it all with LeBron James averaging 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 10 assists in the finals. Deservingly gets finals MVP. Well, this is about to be an interesting offseason. Wesley Matthews ends up retiring. Okay, Rudy Gay, Andre Iguodala. Did we lose any other Lakers? Yeah, like Marc Gasol around this time, like he was basically calling it a quits. And the first overall pick goes to the Cavs. So they ended up getting the 3rd pick. They got Evan Mobley. The Hornets at 2. They're going to go up from, I think, around 10 when they took James Bouknight. Raptors go up a pick where they have 3. They originally took Scotty Barnes. Pistons, who had the number 1 pick, they're at number 9. The Rockets, they're at 5. The Spurs were in the lottery originally. The Magic were in the lottery twice. 1 with their pick, 1 via the Bulls, who ended up at 17. I would like to, get Frank Vogel as my head coach, but it looks like he's still currently under contract. To what team? I guess it would be the Phoenix Suns, right? Well, I can easily do 2 things here. I can go to the Phoenix Suns and I can fire Frank Vogel. Now for the LA Lakers, I could fire Darvin Ham and I could hopefully pick up Frank Vogel. And I do think it was kind of unfair for Vogel getting fired that early in LA, and obviously it didn't really work out with Darvin Ham whatsoever, because now we have JJ Redick coaching the team in the 2024 season. So if we look at the mock drafts for the 2021 draft, Evan Mobley projected to go number 1, Cade number 2, pair him up with LaMelo Ball, be pretty 6, Scotty Barnes 3, Jalen Suggs 4, Green 5, Giddey 6, Franz 7. Let's see where they have the Lakers or what they have them going. So we do have the 30th pick. Keon Johnson, who I did like a ton coming out of Tennessee. I thought he was going to be at minimum a solid perimeter defender. So we do have AD under contract. Kuzma has that Wizards extension. I would give him that too. THC's under contract. Same with Caruso. Schroeder, we could look to move. I'm not sure if we're going to have to move off from some money right now, but we're definitely going to take somebody at 30. Try to have somewhat of a young core here. As Scotty Barnes ends up going number 1 overall. He's going to be there in Cleveland with Jared Allen and Darius Garland. Cade goes 2 to Charlotte. 3 is Evan Mobley. So Mobley and Barnes swap teams. 4 is Josh Giddey to San Antonio. Well, Giddey, Primo, same thing, right? Traylon Green at 5. He ends up as a Houston Rocket. 6 is Franz Wagner. Still ends up as an Orlando Magic. That is pretty cool. Pacers originally took Chris Duarte. They are trading the 7th overall pick for Mitchell Robinson. And pick 41 to take Jeremiah Robinson Earl. Okay. Kuminga goes to Minnesota, which actually was the pick that the Warriors took him with. That was the Timberwolves pick from the D'Lo Wiggins trade. Then it goes Kai Jones. The Bucks at 10 get Trey Murphy. That's a hell of a pick. And the Suns are trading pick 11. Are they building around Chris Paul, Booker, and such? They're getting KJ Martin and Pat Connaughton. Not a great trade. And then Bones Highland goes to the Rockets. So not a great pick there either. So we're here at 30. Herb Jones, I think, would actually be a phenomenal addition to the squad. There's Miles McBride. There's Trey Mann. Herb Jones was an original early second round pick out of Alabama. And we are going to take him here at 30. And Mr. Irrelevant, Day'Ron Sharpe. Yeah, I'll definitely take him. I actually think Day'Ron Sharpe's going to have a really good season this year for the Nets. So we are going to sign Herb Jones. We're going to sign Day'Ron Sharpe, getting a Crimson Tide and a Tar Heel. KCP is coming back, which is good for us. LeBron, we are obviously going to do everything we can to bring him back. I may look at a trade for Dennis Schroeder. I think we could move on from him a little bit, but let's first make sure we get back LeBron. No trade clause, all that. Will he come back on that? Okay, good. So we're probably going to lose out. Oh, man, if we lose out on Drummond and if we lose out on Harrell, that will stink a little bit. So I think I actually will be able to bring back Montrezl Harrell, which would be nice. I don't know if it's going to allow me to sign Harrell and LeBron. No. So the center market isn't great. We could take a chance on Isaiah Hartenstein, who the Knicks took a chance on, and it really worked out for them. So let's give Hartenstein a 3-year deal worth around $15 million. Unfortunately, we can't bring back Andre Drummond, so we're definitely going to feel the loss of our centers. But hey, we're going to have Day'Ron Sharpe potentially be the backup. It'd be cool to actually use Mr. Irrelevant for once. So the Lakers didn't own their 2022 pick, so I'm going to give it to the Pelicans next year. That, I believe, ended up being the Dyson Daniels selection. So I'm actually going to make this trade with the Chicago Bulls. Kobe White, yet to break out yet. He was a top 10 pick in the 2019 draft. We're going to send Dennis Schroeder to the Bulls for Kobe White. Also going to sign Gary Harris to a 1-year deal. And I believe the 2021 draft was the year that they ended up getting Austin Reeves in undrafted free agency. And we're going to try to do the same thing right here. Let's sign Austin Reeves to a 2-year deal and hopefully be able to maybe develop him here in LA like they did in real life. And yeah, we're going to sign him. Player progression, LeBron regresses. I mean, not too shocked, but hey, he still ended up being a solid player or really good player, borderline top 10 player in 2022, 2023. And then we got Anthony Davis going up. Kuzma's there. I may change his position. We'll see. Taylor Tucker goes up. We're going to try to develop this core of players, like THT being, the 46th pick in 2019. Caruso being an undrafted player. We'll see what we could do with Kobe White and Isaiah Hartenstein, and then maybe develop Herb Jones, Sharpe, and Reeves. And the 2022 Lakers ended up going 33-49. Like I said, they had a top 10 pick in the 2022 draft that they weren't even able to use. That was from the AD trade. This should be better this time around. And before the season starts, I don't think he's going to be able to play right away, so I'm going to send Austin Reeves to the G League. I'm going to make Kyle Kuzma a small forward. There we go. And let's look at this team. We could give THT the start at the 1, KCP at the 2. We'll do LeBron, AD, Hartenstein. We'll see how that works out because I'd like to give Hartenstein some run. Kuzma's going to be the 6th man. Hopefully Caruso's a little bit more efficient this year, but still was a good 3-point shooter last year. Him and Kobe White can get 20 minutes a night. And that last spot, instead of Gary Harris, I'm going to see what Herb Jones can do in that role. I probably should get Day'Ron Sharpe some minutes as well. So maybe we'll do like 9 to Sharpe. We'll do 13 to Herb Jones. We'll do about 26 minutes to KCP throughout the regular season. And we are a 4-star grit and grind team under Frank Vogel. If we went to defense, we're 3.5. So we'll do that. First game of the season at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And we ended up winning this game by 18. LeBron with 36, AD with 17, 11, and 5. Hartenstein had a solid game here. And we started off the season 2-0. We also blew out the Denver Nuggets in the second game of the year. THD had 25. But a brutal injury after our 4th game. We started off 4-0 too. Kyle Kuzma, right elbow tendonitis, 2 to 4 months. And we're here at the trade deadline with a 29-21 record. We're currently the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Offensively, 9th best offense, so we could look to improve the offense. We are a top 3 defense in the Western Conference. We have a 3.9 point differential. Anthony Davis, 22 points, 12 rebounds, 2 blocks a night. LeBron James, 22, 8, and 8. A little bit worse than he did originally in the 22 season where he did average 30 points per game, but obviously was injured at times. Kuzma's been a little inefficient. If that happens again, there's a chance he's not here much longer, but we'll see. He may not even be in the starting rotation. I mean, I worry about our 3-point shooting. Like, THT, not a good 3-point shooter. KCP, though, has been very good for us this year. Kobe White, I think, may actually get the starting job over THT for the second half of the year. Hartenstein has been a great pickup for us. Caruso has been more efficient overall this year, I feel like, than last year, even with the free throw shooting down a little bit. Herb Jones has been good, not really taking any threes. And Day'Ron Sharpe has been not really great as the backup 5 spot. spot, but I think the one change I'm going to make is I'm going to start Kobe White over THT for the remaining part of the year. I don't know if I can upgrade the backup 5 spot. Like, we could look to move Gary Harris, but that's really it right now. I mean, I could look to move a couple seconds, and the Lakers don't own their, what is 2025 first, so I could give that up as well. Like, do I want to move on for Luke Cornett? Maybe. Mason Plumlee isn't a bad get from the San Antonio Spurs. So you know what? We'll do that. Gary Harris in 2 seconds for Mason Plumlee. And we're going to give Mason Plumlee Day'Ron Sharpe's minutes for the rest of the year. And we're going to look to lock up Caruso for about $8 million a year for the next 3 seasons. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins MVP for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Scotty Barnes, the #1 overall pick, takes home Rookie of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Christian Wood was your 6th man of the year for the Houston Rockets. He did have a nice statistical year for them, and then he got traded for actually a first-round pick to the Mavericks that offseason. Jared Allen, Defensive Player of the Year. So they got Rookie of the Year at the power forward spot, Defensive Player of the Year at the center spot, and they got Clutch Player of the Year as well, and Darius Garland. That's kind of insane. All NBA first team, you have Shea, Luka, Ja, Giannis, Jokic. Tyrese Haliburton on All-NBA second team. He doesn't get traded to Indiana. Him and Fox in the backcourt in Sacramento going strong. Look at Russell Westbrook in Los Angeles. Signs a max deal with the Clippers in the offseason somehow, and then ends up getting on All-NBA third team with Harden, Garland, LaMelo, and Trey. AD is on All-Defensive first team, and Paul George is a New York Knick. So we finished the year as the 5 seed. We're going to be taking on the 4-seeded Kings with Haliburton and Fox in the backcourt. They also have Corey Kispert, who's a rookie, Trey Lyles, Clint Capella, an older Blake Griffin. Oh, and they have Davion Mitchell now as well, which is kind of nice. So Kuzma ended the season fine from the field, just pretty inefficient. Somehow gets a 57% true shooting. I guess it's on the volume of the free throws and the threes. Caruso shot 36% from 3. Hartenstein averaged 8 and 8. Herb Jones was actually pretty good for us as a rookie. Plumlee definitely better than Day'Ron Sharpe as the backup 5. So for the playoffs, I think we're going to trim it down. As much as I like Herb Jones and his defense, I don't know if there's a spot for it right now because we do have like Caruso, who's a really good defender, and KCP as well. So I think I'm going to go 28 minutes to White. Let's go 33 to KCP. 38 to LeBron and AD. We'll do, honestly, like 31 to Hardenstein or 30 to Hardenstein. And then we got Kuzma, Caruso, THT, and Plumlee. That puts us as a 3.5-star defensive team. We're taking on the Kings, like I said, in round number 1. And we do win game number 1. We start off this playoff run strong. 41 for AD in game number 1. Kyle Kuzma, good start as well. Game number 2 is going to go to the Sacramento Kings. They ended up winning by 3, 107-110. Game number 3 goes to the LA Lakers. 116-114 was close, but KCP dropped 26, a triple-double for LeBron. Game number 4, Hardenstein, we really can't have him go down. He's okay, though. We won by 50. Triple-double for LeBron. 8 out of the 9 guys in the rotation got in double figures, and AD had a 35-18 performance. Game number 4 goes to the Lakers. We win in 5, and we're advancing to round number 2. AD had 20, 14, 3, 2, and 5. Unreal. We're taking on the Pelicans or the Denver Nuggets. Can the Nuggets pull off the 8-seeded upset? They could not. Game 1 of the Anthony Davis Bowl, we ended up losing. Zion had 48 and 11 in this game. LeBron had 38. We lost by 7. The Pelicans are the 1 seed. We do end up winning game number 2. We won 126-109. AD had 23 and 13. I do have to give them our first round pick at the end of the year. We ended up losing game 3 by 9. I don't know. I just feel like we're overmatched against this team. 2 for 10 for Kobe White in this game. He's not been good. 4 for 10 for THT. 3 for 12, for Kuzma. And there goes iHeart. We're going to put AD at the 5. Here we go. Game number 4 goes to the Pelicans. AD had 29 at the 5 spot. LeBron had 24. We ended up only scoring 17 points in the 4th quarter. And we keep our season alive. We won game 5, 137-106. Can we force a game 7? And can we beat the Pelicans on... No, we're going to be at home, actually. All we got to do is just win at home, and we force a game 7. We have a really good first quarter, solid second quarter. Not a great third quarter, but we don't fully choke it away. We're up by 7, 2.5 to go, up by 10, and it looks like we're going to a game 7. LeBron with a triple-double. And here we go. Game 7 of round number 2. Can we beat the Pelicans on the road and advance to the Western Conference Finals? We're down by 12 with 2.5 to go. Down by 7. Down by 5. Down by 1. Oh my God, we're down by 6. Can we do it? Can we do it? We're down by 9. No. Down by 8. Oh man, down by 8. It looks like we are going to end up losing. We end up losing 116-110. And we are going to get eliminated in round number 2. And you're going to have the Pacers with like Domantas Sabonis still there against the Rockets in the NBA Finals. And the Rockets win in 7. Shout out to Kemba Walker getting a ring there. And Christian Wood as well. So here we are entering the final year. Kyle Lowry was on the Pacers. LaMarcus Aldridge retires. So does Chris Paul as an 87 overall. And we're going to have to give the Pelicans the 24th pick from the AD trade. So, hey, we won the finals with Darvin Ham, and then we lose it with Frank Vogel. Is there a coincidence there? Wow. Jake Laurivia goes number 3. That'd be insane. All right, I'm going to do an interesting trade. I'm going to try to make my defense even better, and we're going to go out and get Rudy Gobert in the 2022 offseason. He was on the block then. He ended up getting traded to Minnesota. I'm going to send them Kuzma and next year's first in 2023 for a 2024 first and Rudy Gobert. So we're going to have a Rudy Gobert AD front court. I'm going all in for the final year, trying to get a ring for LeBron, or at least another one, as the free agency class is loaded with Giannis, Tatum, Jimmy, Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, and we are going to bring back KCP on a 3-year deal. I'm going to look to get Mo Wagner as well, who should be a better backup center. Well, never mind. So I'm going to see if I can get Steven Adams, who I probably will prefer over Day'Ron Sharpe. Well, I'm silly because I have Rudy Gobert now. So our backup center is going to be Isaiah Hartenstein, and then Steven Adams will be the 3rd string. I'm going to do this trade with the Clippers, Day'Ron Sharpe and THT for Bruce Brown and a first. And we're seeing a lot of regression with this team. So maybe our window is closing. All right, so the bench is going to be Caruso, Bruce Brown, Hartenstein, Herb Jones, and Austin Reeves, with the starting 5 being Kobe White, KCP, LeBron, AD, and Rudy Gobert. We'll see how this team can do here in the final year, which will be the 2023 season. And in game 1 of the year, Kobe White breaks his right hand. Great. This was the year that the Lakers did make it to the conference finals. So we're here at the trade deadline with a 32-18 record. We're the 3 seed in the Western Conference, 10-1 in the division. We are actually the 4th ranked offensive team, with Kobe White having a really good offensive year. KCP, really good complimentary piece, elite efficiency. LeBron still putting up great numbers. Not really hitting his threes though. Rudy Gobert is averaging about 10.5 points, 12 rebounds, 1.3 blocks a night. Second best point differential behind the Houston Rockets. We look at the award races. Okay, Giddy. Feel like you're not supposed to be there, but okay. I wanted to look at Defensive Player of the Year. We do have AD number 2. No Rudy Gobert. Jason Tatum is a Jazz. I guess Danny Ainge was able to lure him over from Boston to go to Utah. And I think I'm going to roll with this squad into the playoffs. Thank God we won the finals in year number 1. AD, in the final week of the season, tears his right MCL. Out for the year. And we are going to end the season 48-34. I'm pretty sure this is not even the right Giddy. He was in the save before this. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year on the Brooklyn Nets. And we ended the season as the 4 seed, going up against the Grizzlies in round 1, like the Lakers did in the 2023 playoffs in round 1. But we're going to have to do it without Anthony Davis, which may be okay. I mean, LeBron's probably going to have to play the 4 for us. 2K actually wants to try Isaiah Hartenstein at the 4. I don't hate it. I mean, him and Gobert, oh my God, that floor spacing is disgusting. But hey, 2K doesn't really value floor spacing as much as it is valued in real life. This might be a round 1 exit. I got Peyton Pritchard playing minute 2 we had to pick up. Kobe White, okay, this is a good game. Gobert with a double-double, LeBron with 26, Kobe White with 25. We tied 1-1. Hey, we take a 2-1 lead. I mean, without AD back in year number 1, we ended up going to the finals and winning it all, mostly without him. And we take a 3-1 lead over the Grizzlies. Are we about to win a playoff series without Anthony Davis? Hartenstein's banged up, and we won in 5, actually. So we're going to be taking on the Houston Rockets in round number 2. All right, LeBron. You are 39 years old. Can you keep carrying this team? We win game number 1. He drops 49 points. Game number 2, we ended up losing. Game 3, we lose. Game 4, we lose. And are we going to lose game 5? We do end up losing in 5. So unfortunately, we were never able to go back to the finals. Zion Williamson is your finals MVP, but we were able to win a championship in a what if they didn't trade for Russell Westbrook. So if you guys did enjoy, drop a thumbs up if you guys want to see a couple more historic rebuilds before NBA 2K25 comes out. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.